that something that you start can make. Back in 2002, we launched Project Goal with 20 kids, and Edward happened to be one of those 20 kids. Project Goal, as you can see, I've highlighted opportunity. It stands for greater opportunity for athletes to learn. Opportunity being the key word here. I mean, it's the reason why we all do what we do as far as running programs, is create opportunities for others, whether they're for children, for adults, and that we hope that that opportunity leads to some kind of impact, whether it's for an individual, for a community, and even on a global level. Our mission, quite simple, and I'm not going to read through it, in a nutshell, was to create a program that would eliminate the barriers as to why kids, particularly middle school kids, would not be participating in activities during the week after school, during those critical after-school hours. We wanted to take out the fees to participate in activities, which is often a reason why kids do not participate, particularly in urban environments. And then also provide transportation for kids to get to those activities. Another huge reason why kids would not participate in activities that would happen even within their own city. We wanted to create a nurturing environment with good people, good teachers, good role models for the kids that we would have involved with the program. So after 10 years, I'm extremely excited to know that I no longer have to be the person to talk about what our program can do or what it has done. I think everybody who has a program has their 1 or 2 minute elevator speech. And that's very difficult to convey what it is that you do within that 1 to 2 minutes with somebody who's never actually seen your program in action or ever actually been to it. So I was extremely excited to know when Edward was accepted to American University. First thing I thought of was, Edward, you have to come to the symposium. This is going to be a great thing for you. You're right down the road. You know, after being busy with a million other things, then I realized I should call Sarah Pickens over at the foundation and say, you know, I have this student of ours who graduated from Project Goal. He's in Washington, D.C. You know, what else can we do with him? And she came up with a great idea to have Edward come and speak about his experiences and opportunities in Project Goal. The other part of it that I'm really excited about is I no longer have to be the person to talk about what Project Goal can do. I'm going to be taking Edward up with me to the Hill on Thursday, and many of the representatives there and staff members have seen me the last 7 or 8 years there. They're probably tired of seeing the Project Goal guy in their office. They know exactly the speech that I'm going to talk to them about, give them the packets like we're all going to do. But then to actually have a product of the program who can speak verbatim about the impact and opportunities that he's been able to be afforded by being in the program, I will just get to sit back, drink the coffee, eat the cookies in the office, and let him do all the talking. The other reason I'm excited is because I get to show these pictures. A lot of these guys don't remember that I have these pictures from when they're 10 and 11 years old. And as you know, if you have kids in your program that have started young and they're in high school and they eventually get to college, you know, they get a little full of themselves, so you have to kind of bring them back down to reality. So I always like to bring these pictures out. It took a little while to find them, but these are all pictures of Edward actually during the first years in our program. I have to say that, you know, I'm extremely proud to be up here, to see Edward here, to see what he's doing, and I'll let him talk about what he's doing now in college. But I always like to think in terms of soccer terms. And we're all familiar with the term of a 50-50 ball. It's the opportunity during a game where two players have an equal opportunity to either win or lose the ball. And I believe that there are several 50-50 opportunities during life. And they can come once, they can come a couple of times, and depending on how bad you go into the tackle or whatever the opportunity is, it's how bad you want it. And in this case, Edward has gone in to several occasions on the 50-50 ball and come out on top. And hopefully in the future, he will continue to do that, studs up. So I'm going to introduce Edward Gonzalez.
morning. Thank you for having me, and I'm very honored to be speaking on behalf of Darius and Project Gold today. My name is Gonzalez, and I'm currently a freshman at American University, where I've been granted the opportunity to earn a Division I education. I'm up here today to talk about how Project Gold has changed my life. I've experienced so much success thanks to Darius and Project Gold, and I feel as though I were not doing my part if I did not relay how crucial it is for programs like this to exist and continue to grow so as to provide others with the gift that I have been given. Project Goal, a greater opportunity for athletes to learn, was established for inner city youth of Rhode Island in the cities of Providence, Pawtucket, and Central Falls. Project Goal is a nonprofit organization that is comprised of education, business, and sports professionals whose mission is to facilitate the development of Rhode Island's disadvantaged youth through after-school tutoring and soccer-related programs. Their hard work has been globally acknowledged by many foundations such as FIFA and U.S. Soccer. It's hard to believe that it's been 10 years since Coach Darius, Coach Javier, and Mr. Wheelton came up with the idea to start Project Goal. It was through their coaching, ODP, and camps that they realized that they weren't getting to work with some of the best talent in the area. Unfortunately, financial restrictions didn't allow for every kid to participate in programs that they felt were essential to their growth, not only as players, but as people. Darius and Javier recognized this from an observable perspective, but also from a personal one. Coach Javier believes that if he was given the right guidance, he would have had the opportunity to play at a Division I school. Further, the two remembered countless numbers of players they played with in high school that could have potentially made an impact in our sport. Although many of these players they grew up with didn't have the guidance that many of us were granted in Project Goal, they realized that they had to make an impact in the community that they both grew up in. It was this realization that prompted them to do something to make a change, one that I know has made a difference for me. Project Goal has given me the values I needed to be successful. The first rule they taught me was to be responsible with everything I did. As a young boy, you don't really have many responsibilities, but in Project Goal you did. The two simple responsibilities I had as an 11-year-old were, one, to bring my schoolwork, and two, to bring my uniform for soccer practice. If you didn't do one of these, you weren't allowed to play soccer. On the other hand, if I were ever to miss a day, I was the responsible one to either call Coach Javier or Coach Darius, not my parents. Project Gold does a great job creating and conveying the core values of its programs, and the use of soccer to teach elements of respect, discipline, accountability, leadership, and responsibility in a rewards-based system, soccer being a reward. Since I can remember, soccer has been a huge part of my life. Growing up in Medellin, Colombia, where crime was common on all corners, I was lucky enough that my dad was a professional soccer player, and was lucky enough to live in an area where crime wasn't as prevalent. My parents always wanted to make sure that their kids were given the best opportunities, and possibly to earn a college education, something both of my parents didn't have the opportunity to do. Once my father's soccer career was over, they both decided it would be in mine and my siblings' best interest for our family to move to America. After moving here from Colombia, my family moved to one of the smallest cities in Rhode Island, Central Falls. During my second year of middle school, a mentorship program by the name of Project Goal was starting up. Coach Javier and Darius both knew my dad from their playing time and told my parents about the opportunities the program would present. It was ideal for me to join the program since both of my parents worked long hours, and it would allow me to get extra help with schoolwork. This not only eased the mind of my parents, who knew I was in a safe environment, but also allowed for me to focus on what was important at the time, which was school and soccer. My mom and dad both encouraged me to try out the program, so we all went to their first meeting. I'd be standing here lying to you if I didn't tell you that the only reason I went was because I would be playing soccer after. Soccer was the reward for a hard day of work, but the purpose of the program was to show them that you would be committed to both your education and sport. Entering my final year of middle school, my mother always talked about applying a charter or a private day school, just so I wouldn't have to attend Central Falls High School. The high crime area and low graduation rates pushed my family away, and my parents didn't want me to be misguided onto the wrong path. It had always been in my interest to attend Providence Country Day due to their successful soccer program, one of their most successful players being Jeff Cameron, who now plays in the EPL. The summer before my 8th grade year, my mother and I decided to pay PCD a visit. But then I quickly decided that it would never be affordable. I can remember the day like it was yesterday for 2 reasons. I was very upset that I realized I wouldn't be able to attend PCD, and then noticed my mother's tears. What we thought was impossible soon became possible. Project Goal held their first annual private school fair, and PCD happened to be one of the schools attending. After meeting with the head of admissions, I was told that if I raised my grades and showed that I truly wanted to be there, I would be granted a full scholarship. I took on the challenge, and with the help of Project Goal, I was able to attend PCD the next fall. Although my transition from middle school to private school wasn't easy, I made the most of it and showed a great determination to succeed. After my time at PCD was over, I decided to take 2 years at Berkshire School, a boarding school located in Western Massachusetts. At Berkshire, I experienced much success and was awarded captain my first 2 years there. Our class was able to turn the program around and left a lasting impact in the New England Prep School Soccer League. My time at Berkshire was a large part as to why I am here now. My time with Project Goal was not only beneficial to my personal success, but helped me build relationships that I have valued most today. I was lucky enough to be a part of a community that is committed to bringing out the best in each other, and I am so thankful for that. I stand here today as proof of the program, that it is not only effective, but it is necessary. I don't know where I would be today if it weren't for the values instilled in me and the people that I was able to meet. Thanks to Project Goal, I have the opportunity to be here, attend private school, and possibly have a better life than I would have had if I wasn't part of Project Goal. I feel like it is my obligation to convey to you how important it is for programs like Project Goal to continue and others to develop. In everything I do, the program is in the back of my mind and pushes me to keep going. I want to thank Darius, Javier, Mr. Wheelton, and everyone involved in Project Goal. I will never be able to communicate to you how much this has meant to me, but I am committed to making you all proud and hope to serve as an inspiration for future programs. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the symposium.
We have time for a couple questions. If you guys have any in the audience, a couple quick questions if anyone has any. Anyone?